Good morning, good morning. Welcome to my Monday messages. For those of you who might be tuning in for the first time, I'm Rebecca. I'm a homeopath. I'm a QTT practitioner. I am a holistic life coach and all-round natural health advocate. So just pop in here on a Monday to share a thought process or a light bulb moment, a practice, something that hopefully will support all of you and me in transforming our lives to whatever we want to transform it to, and helping us to feel as healthy as possible, as vital as possible, and as free as possible. So those of you who might have been following me for a while, you probably clocked the fact that I'm a sea swimmer. Well, I'm not a sea swimmer. I mean, some of the people that are in the water at the same time as me are serious swimmers. That's not me. I'm more of a sea dipper, if you like. So I go in for a while and really immerse myself in the cold, the water, the whole experience, and I find it exhilarating and stimulating. So the last time I went was yesterday, and it was pretty choppy, and obviously the water is getting cooler and cooler. And I went up, don't usually go on a Sunday, but it's actually really busy on a Sunday, where I go to swim here in Kerry in a place called Phoenix. And my husband came with me, unusually this time. And so I was getting changed from the boot of my car, as I always do, in what was quite a busy car park, quite a few people milling around and dogs and all sorts of things. Some people doing what I was doing, getting undressed, getting dressed, going in the water, coming out of the water. But yeah, pretty busy. And because of the coolness of the water, I chose to put on my swimming boots yesterday, because I'm finding that my toes, not as much in the water, but out of the water, get very cold. So I wore those. And I also wear a fluorescent green swimming cap, which keeps my hair from getting wet, because as you can see, it's very long and takes hours to dry. And also, I don't really want my head to get too cold this time of the year. So off I strode onto the beach. And I don't know whether it's because my husband was there or because there were lots more people than normal, but I was very aware of what I was wearing and what I must have looked like. And it made me laugh because actually I felt very comfortable and very free in that slightly ridiculous get-up, and also completely comfortable and free with changing and getting dressed and undressed from the boot of my car, and not really caring how many people saw me in my bra and knickers as I put my clothes on and stuff like that. And it just made me realise how far I'd come in not that many years, actually. It's been sea swimming and hill walking, particularly, that have contributed to my overall sense of freedom and liberation from so many limiting practices, limiting attachments, if you like, to external props, the need to have external props to make me feel, fully confident and comfortable. And I'm not sure, I was going to say free, I'm not sure I ever did feel free, when I was doing those things. But now I do feel a growing, expanding sense of liberation. And I wanted to share with you today the fact that, yes, this can come from big, momentous shifts that we do in our own personal development. And for me, I suppose the biggest seismic shift was when I got chronically ill and I started to realise that I couldn't rely on people like pharmaceutical medicine to help me to get back to my health fully. It just didn't work for me. And so I started to take more and more responsibility for my own health. And that has given me so much freedom. It's untrue. So it can come from those big seismic things. And it can come from the lots of little, often unnoticed, unheralded liberations and detachments from habitual practices that we all do, particularly as women, actually, I think, that keep us feeding those self-limiting beliefs and keep us in chains, actually. And I wanted to encourage all of you to notice any of the little freedoms that you may have already created and perhaps have gone by unnoticed. I'm thinking, for me, certainly with the hill walking and the swimming, what came from that is letting go of a need to always appear to be outwardly really put together. So an attachment to, full makeup, an attachment to, not looking, needing to be perfect, needing to look perfect and put together, and, my kind of work face on at all times. You can't do that with either of those activities. It doesn't work. And you get sweaty and you get hot and you get red in the face, or you get blue in the face if you're swimming. You just become more focused on what you're doing and what you want out of those things than really giving a damn about what you look like. And that has been incrementally more and more liberating for me. So that's one thing, realizing that I don't need to wear makeup to feel fully me and fully beautiful even, or natural or attractive or vibrant, has been really liberating. And that hasn't been that long ago that I've let go of that. Now, don't get me wrong, I still like my lipstick, and I think it'll be a while before I let go of that. And of course I do wear makeup from time to time, but I don't need to wear it all the time. Perfume is another thing. I let go of wearing perfumes, expensive perfumes, quite a few years ago, and actually my investigation, my exploration of essential oils, I thank for that. And now I can create whatever perfumes I want. I know they're not toxic. I know they're not hideously expensive. I can go through duty free when I'm traveling, and I don't even think about going to the perfume counters or any counters, actually. That's really liberating. It's also liberated money for me on a number of levels, not wearing expensive makeup or perfume. All of those are little liberations. They all contribute to a greater sense of freedom. And I think they can often go unnoticed. I don't know whether it happens more as we get older and we just let go of a lot of things, especially when we're menopausal or postmenopausal. And that's just fabulous. I recognise that can come with age and with experience and with wisdom, but it doesn't always. Hair, that's another thing. I'm focusing on kind of external props, the need for external props to make us feel good about ourselves. During the whole last few years of not being able to go places that I wanted and experience them in the way that I wanted with freedom, I decided to let go of things, especially with my hair. I used to have cropped short hair, and look at it. It's actually down to my waist now. And I find that really liberating. I chop my own fringe. I'm not saying that you have to do any of these things, because it's a personal choice. and it's very much about what it does for you, how it contributes to how you feel about yourself. And if having short hair is your thing, then go for it, for sure. But I'm just using these as examples of the freedoms that I have found, the little freedoms that can contribute to my overall growing sense of freedom. So being conscious of those little things that we can let go of, those attachments that may be actually constantly feeding self-limiting beliefs about our appearance, our weight, our how we should look, even our sense of smell. Often I don't even bother wearing essential oils. I like the way I smell now, and I know that other people do too. So just being aware of, all these things that we get attached to, what are they really doing for us? And how might we feel if we could let go of some of them or loosen them? Certainly. So I'm not saying I will never wear an external perfume. I probably won't, the expensive ones, the toxic ones, but oils, yeah, I like smelling slightly different from my own smell sometimes, but I don't need to. So that's what I'm asking you to focus on today is, can you think of perhaps some little freedoms that you've already created for yourself and that give you that sense of being liberated, being free, and being fully yourself? Is there an activity that you do at the moment that gives you that sense? And how can you do more of that? So that's just what I wanted to share today, was to be aware that a sense of freedom, a sense of liberation can come from lots of little steps. It doesn't have to come from one big seismic event. So that's it for today. And may you all create freedom and stay free for as long as you live on this earth. Take care.